Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Miguel Ltd, and for today's video I'm going to be talking about something that we would normally not think of really in much depth, and that's what happens when you have 8 perks at once. You become some sort of super beast, some speculate, and some also wonder, does your head blow up? Can you fly? Well, I'm about to unveil that in case you have not had all 8 perks at once. So, let's start off with the first perk, and probably the most useless one, which is Deadshot Daiquiri. It's a effect of steady aim, which is a perk in pretty much every Call of Duty game I'm aware of, and I've rated it 3 on its use and 1 on its importance, as it's really not important at all, unless you really need to get headshots. It doesn't matter where you shoot the zombies; they're gonna die eventually anyway. The cost is 1500 points, which is not bad. I think it's kind of worth that, and it only features in the latest 4 maps, which is Call of Dead, Shangri-La, Moon, and Ascension. Oh no, not Ascension. 3 maps. Oh, 3 maps. Okay, well, it only features in 3 maps. Next is Quick Revive Soda, which has an effect of a 3 times faster revive. I rated it 5 on its use and 6 on its importance, as it can be quite important if you're playing with teammates who may not be the best of players, or if you're just at a higher round and you never know when someone's going to bite the dust. Cost is 1500 points, pretty reasonable. I would have gone for maybe even a higher one. It's pretty good, and it features in all the maps, as it is a classic zombie perk. Next up is Double Tap Root Beer, which is a good perk. It's not my favourite, but it's a good perk, and its effect is a 33% increased rate of fire, which I rated 6 on its use, and it's 4 on its importance, as it's not necessarily the most important thing, unless you're huddled up in a corner with 4 people and their eyes or something like that, trying to take down zombies in that little barrack sort of thing. You're not really going to need double tap, because either way, a certain period of time, the same amount of ammo is going to kill the same amount of zombies. So importance is 4, and the cost is 2000, which I think is pretty good, pretty fair for this kind of a perk. And it features in all maps except for Ascension, which God knows what happened there. Don't know what Treyarch were thinking when they decided to miss out double tap in Ascension, but oh well. Next up is Stamina Up, which has the effect of Marathon and Lightweight, which, if you're not aware, Marathon and Lightweight are in most of the Call of Duty multiplayer games, and it has the effect of almost unlimited sprint. So what I mean by that is, I mean you can sprint for a lot longer than you can without it, and with Lightweight you sprint a lot faster. So Stamina Up's great if you're circling or you're just running around going crazy all over the place. So a good perk to use, you know, if you're one of those crazy Rambo kind of guys who like to go with like a Caesar 75 on its own and Rambo it out. But you know, I don't think it's necessarily the most important perk, so I put it at 5, and I've rated it 5. It's good, it helps you, but it's not really necessary, as either way, the normal speed is faster than zombies, so I didn't rate it that high. So, cost 2000, which is fair, and it's only featured in the latest 4 maps, which I've already told you what they are. Next is PhD Flopper, which is a pretty cool perk. I've rated 8, as it is really fun to use, and I've been rated 6 in importance, as it is not necessarily any importance unless you're using weapons like a ray gun or something with a high splash damage. Another cool thing that comes with PhD Flopper is the fact that you can make explosions when you dolphin dive, and that's pretty cool, pretty badass. Most of the Call of Dead techniques involve using these explosive dolphin dives. So I don't know, it's a necessity apparently on Call of Dead, but on all other maps it's not really of any importance, as after a certain period of time the dolphin dives don't necessarily kill them first time. Sometimes they'd make crawlers, but I guess they have the same effect as a grenade, just maybe a bit bigger. Cost 2000, which I think is pretty good. I like the price, and it's featured in the latest 4 maps, you know, released and introduced in Ascension. So yeah. Next up is the Juggernog Soda, which is probably the most important and the best perk in Call of Duty Zombies. And I rated it 10, and importance is also 10, simply because it is the most important perk in the game. You can't get to the higher rounds with any ease without having Juggernog. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible to get around 40 or something on like Nectar and Tone, not Nectar and Tone, I mean Verrückt without Juggernog, but I'm saying it's very difficult. Juggernog increases your health by 250%, so an extra 5 hits is pretty good. It costs 2,500 points, and it's in all 10 maps so far. So, oh no, sorry, 9 maps, because it wasn't in Nectar and Toten. So, you know, I rated it 10 for importance, and 10 for its use, because of course Juggernog is that one perk that you really strive to get as soon as you turn on the power, whatever, you know, it's probably the best perk in the game. Next up is Speed Cola, another classic perk from zombies originating from Verrucht. It's been featured in 9 maps and it costs 3,000, which before Mule Kick was the most expensive perk. I rated it 8 as it's pretty fun to use and it's pretty useful. And I rated it 7 as it can be highly important, however, not really a necessity when you're trying to get strive for those higher rounds. It costs 3,000, I think is a bit pricey. I would have gone for 2,500. And importance, you know, 7. I don't know. I think it deserves to have a 7. Rating 8, maybe a 8.5, 9, because its reload speed's good, and you can also repair barriers faster. So I don't know, if you're trying to get points while being hustled by a horde of zombies, then I guess that's the kind of thing you need. But besides that, you won't really necessarily need Speed Cola. I think the only perk that you really need over them all is Juggernog, or maybe even Quick Revive. And last but of course not least, and probably one of the most useful perks, is for Mule Kick. Its rating is 10 and its importance is 5.5, and it costs 4,000. I think the price, I don't know what to say. I don't like the price, but I think it probably is worth what it is. It's now placed into all 10 maps, and I've rated it 5.5 for importance, as really you can still achieve high rounds without the third weapon. However, it's very useful to have that third weapon, maybe when you're out of ammo, when you need like a certain weapon, like a ballistic knife to revive friends, or you know, crossbow to distract the zombies. But I don't know, 5.5 seems a pretty good rating for importance. It's not necessarily the most important. However, I rated it 10 because its effect is pretty badass. I mean, a third weapon, it definitely blew my mind when I found out it was coming to Moon. I mean, that was a pretty badass perk. I was really excited when I first bought it. Bit pissed off that it took out literally all my money just to get the Mule Kick, but you know, good introduction to the Zombies series, and I hope it continues through to the Black Ops 2, and I'm sure it will. So, let's review it. With the 8 perk Superhuman, you have faster revives, more accurate aiming and steady aim, can sprint faster and for longer, you can shoot almost double the speed, can reload and fix barriers faster, have increased health, and you can have a third weapon, and finally, you can take no splash damage and can use Dolphin Dive explosive powers. If that's not badass, then I don't know what is. So, thanks for watching today's vid, guys. If you enjoyed it, you know, hit a thumbs up, subscribe me, visit my Facebook, Twitter, my channel, and check out the other videos I have posted on my channel. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See ya.